It's World War II for the summer of 2018. We first kicked things off with Pusha T and Drake beef, but that resulted in a non-rebuttal. This time, we're guaranteed to at least see 3 rounds. I'm talking about Eminem versus Machine Gun Kelly, and on a side note, well, a little bit of G Eazy. Yeah, it's 3 white rappers who have all at one point dyed their hair blonde. This is some seriously gangster shit. Now the beef between the first two, well, it seems to have come out of nowhere, with Machine Gun Kelly long proclaiming Eminem as his idol.
Like high school and middle school, I had a Eminem poster on my wall. It was the Eminem poster where he had like a gray hoodie on, no shirt, and like matching gray sweatpants.
Sadly, MGK, he never felt any love back from Marshall Mathers, and on the come up, well, he praised him time and time again. You can't help but notice that the two, well, they look somewhat similar. And both of them, they're from the Midwest. Actually, they have a whole lot in common. We're gonna get to that in a later round. This is the story of an artist taking on his mentor, but there's actually a reason why MGK has a reason to fire bars at M. He actually feels like his idol had purposely stunted his career. Take a listen.
Just same reason why I don't get why I'm not on Shade 45. I'm a young man from the Midwest trying to fucking speak for a bunch of, you know, degenerates, just like a certain other person was.
The beef dates back to a tweet he sent out way back in 2012 where he stated, "Okay, I saw this picture of Eminem's daughter and I have to say, she is hot as fuck in the most respectful way possible cause M is king." Now at the time, Haley was only 16 years old, Machine Gun Kelly, he was 21 or 22, and he had just, well, found fame in the game. I can forgive the man. You know, personally, old tweets, they're good for nothing, but really biting a man in the ass. So they should have a 4-week expiry date. I think that's something Twitter should implement. Don't you agree? Anyway, back in 2012, M, he had dropped his Marshall Mathers LP, #2, and his biggest fan, being MGK, well, he was already doubting its potential, or his potential father-in-law, whatever. He had this to say about the album.
I'm still scared to listen to it. I'm scared to listen to it because that's my idol.
Now, if you've ever wondered if Eminem sees the stuff posted about him, well, I guess it's fair to say that he does. In that Breakfast Club interview I played for you, well, Kelly's tweets to Haley, they not only had him banned from Shade 45, but also Fader Magazine and Coachella. If you need any further confirmation, well, M's track Not Alike on Kamikaze, well, in that he calls out Kelly and made mention of these infamous tweets. Now, word from M's team is that he's currently in the studio working on his reply, but in the meantime, well, all we can really do is have a versus. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden with a 3-round head-to-head matchup between these two gentlemen. Now, in our last versus video between Tekashi and Ludacris, well, 53% of you voted for good old 6ix9ine. We asked you who is more influential. Of course, you can have your say on this one as well in a card above my head. That'll be a little later in this video. Let's just jump into it. And someone, stop coughing in the studio. Let's go.
Round 1, fight!
In the first round, we're gonna kick things off by taking a look at the numbers. Let's start off with Billboard. Now, MGK, he's cracked the top 100 a total of 4 times, with his hottest banger being his most recent, Bad Things with Camila Cabello. Now, if you know the track, you gotta admit, it's got some similarities to Love the Way You Lie with Eminem and Rihanna, also their follow-up, The Monster, which on Billboard, well, they peaked at #1. In fact, Eminem, he's had a whole bunch of #1s. Not Afraid, Crack a Bottle, Lose Yourself, and well, M, he's had 17 Hot 10 hits and 61 songs that cracked the Billboard Hot 100. So things aren't looking good for Kelly. Let's scroll on over to Instagram, where Eminem is sitting on 22 million followers. Now, for a long time, it seemed like this was a corporate account, but he's recently been dropping some bangers. Take a look at this from a recent show. He's also opening up with some personal stuff. Let's take a look at this photo of him. He's celebrating 10 years sober. Kelly ain't doing so bad himself with 3.7 million Instagram followers, and on there he's dropping heat. Check out this recent clip of him beefing with G Eazy, the other guy.
I seen he dyed his hair and got a hanging near him. I f***ed this girl, now he look like me. This shit overbearing.
Also, more personal stuff like this. I just gone and done and got this video demonetized, but I had to share. Listen, Kelly, I'm jealous of your sex life, but when it comes to the numbers, you know it yourself, you're a man looking up to a god. So for round 1, I gotta give it to MGK. I mean, Eminem. What the fuck? Eminem. That was a brain fart.
Round 2, fight!
For this round, we're gonna talk about something that gives MGK a shot in hell because, you know, I wanna make this even. I can't really talk about awards. It's not fair. I can't talk about collabs. Can't talk about money. So what I'm gonna go with is versatility. Now Eminem, he has a lot of range. No one expected him to start singing or making tracks with his daughter Haley way back in the day. He's gone from rage-induced to comedic clown, to pop culture junkie, to political activist. And M, well, he's done a whole lot with his voice. No one can ever deny that. He also was an actor in 8 Mile and did a pretty decent job. So, you know, versatility, people. MGK, well, he's also been through his own transformation. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of his work, nor did I grow up on it like I did with M's music, but with early Kelly songs, there's no denying that his delivery was reminiscent of M's, and he earned the name Machine Gun Kelly for a reason. He was spitting bars faster than most can comprehend. And well, I gotta give the guy a point there.
Anybody wanna hate on me, again I'm a lover, but you will never ever, so I got scrubs for them.
He's got tracks for everyone. He's talked about drug use, he's talked about depression. He's also, you know, lived the life of a thug and like giving out some college vibes. And more recently, he's also turned to singing, and now the man plays guitar. What gives Kelly a leg up here is his work as an actor. Now the man has been acting since 2014, and he's gone from bit parts to series leads. Now his character on Roadies, a show directed by Cameron Crowe, well in it, he did a pretty bang up job.
I toured with 14 different bands before. I make the dankest coffee you'll ever drink. And when I'm home, I have a guitar-shaped garden, and I call it the Guitardin.
He plays Wes, a roadie rock star. It's kind of like his version of 8 Mile. But he does have another upcoming project in which he portrays Tommy Lee. This isn't a biopic about Motley Crue. So like, pretty good versatility. Plus this guy, he's been working in the internet era where, you know, everything's moving a lot quicker and you gotta do everything you can to stand out. So I'm giving Kelly the win just because I couldn't really, like, it was the best I could do. Pretty good.
Round 3, fight!
In the third round, we're gonna take a look at the shit they've overcome. And these boys, they've been through the ringer. Now you would know a bunch of this stuff already if you've watched these boys before their famous videos, but hey, let's do a little recap. Marshall, he grew up with no father, and Kelly, he grew up with no mom. They both moved all over the country, and they were both beaten up relentlessly by bullies at school. We talked about this, again, in both their before they're famous.
That I would get beat up coming home from school.
Beat up in the bathroom, beat up in the hallways, shoved in the lockers.
As Eminem, he decided to rap about these experiences, most notably in his track Brain Damage. Who was that tall glass of water? I was acting really excited. I always do that. Come to think of it, he's probably watched that video. And now I'm thinking he may have watched the Haley before their famous video I made. That's awkward. I'm actually a little scared. Anyway, let's get back. Ah!
Would you like to fuck me? Is that what this is?
Both got in trouble with the law, ironically for busting up cars with some kind of firearm. Now they both birthed a daughter. That's when they were first starting out. M, he worked as a dishwasher, and Kelly, he worked at Chipotle. Eminem, he spent his last dollars getting out to Los Angeles to compete in the 1997 Rap Battle Olympics, where he came in second place. MGK, well, he competed at the Apollo Amateur Night, where he was the first ever rapper to win. What the fuck is going on here? It kind of feels like Kelly modeled his entire come up after M's. Too many similarities. They both also battled with addiction. M is now clean and sober, and these days MGK, well, he's still having a bit of fun. Also a bowl of cereal. Now you can chalk this up either way. I'm looking for you guys to tell me who the real winner is. There's a poll above my head. Click on that now. Let us know who you think the victor is. We'll announce it in a future versus, because we do these like once a week. Let me know who's next in the comments down below, who you're voting for. Of course, for me, it is M. My favorite song by him is Brain Damage. It always will be. And I'll see you guys in another video. Poor MGK. Boom.